Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn how to use if-then statement in Microsoft Excel 2016. So first of all, we are going to create some labels over here, and the first label that we are going to create is item name. So we are going to type in item name, then we are going to type in rate, then we are going to type in quantity, amount and discount, and finally net amount. Okay, net amount. As you can see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 columns. Now under this column item name, we need to put item names. So the first item that we have is Lux, then Nirma, Breeze, Dove, Pierce, then Superior, then Santur, Dettol, Lifebuoy, and finally Lirel. Now in this column we need to type in the rate of these soaps that we have over here, and let's say the rate of Lux is 25 rupees, then the rate of Nirma is, let's say, 15 rupees, then Breeze, let's say the price of this item is 20 rupees, this one 60 rupees, Pierce, let's say 40 rupees, then Superior, let's say 20 rupees, then we have Santur, and let's say its price is only 25 rupees, Dettol, let's say 25 rupees, Lifebuoy 10 rupees, Lirel 35 rupees. Okay, so we have the rates of these items that we have over here. Now in the third column we need to put the quantity that is being sold. So let's say 20 pieces of Lux soap are sold, so we are going to type in 20, then in this we are going to type in 25, 40, 30, then 40, and let's say this one 50 pieces, then this one 20, this one 10, then 15, 40. So these are the quantities of each of these soaps that we have over here. Now in this column we need to calculate amount, and how we can calculate amount? To do that we just need to multiply this rate with the quantity. So we are going to type in is equal to, then this cell multiplied by, that is an asterisk sign, then this one. So what we are going to do is we are multiplying this cell with this cell, and if we hit enter you can see that the amount for this item Lux is 500. Then we are going to do exactly the same thing for this item. So is equal to this item multiplied by this item, hit enter, is equal to this item multiplied by this item, hit enter. Now let's say we don't want to multiply each item one by one. Instead we want to just automatically fill all these cells. So we just need to select this one, then we just need to bring our mouse pointer over this corner, and when it turns into a solid black plus we can drag it like this, and you can see it automatically calculates all these amounts for Breeze, Dove, Pierce, Superior, Santur, Dettol, Lifebuoy and Lirel. Then in this column we need to calculate our discount, and let's say in this case company is giving a discount of 10%. So how we can calculate the discount? To do that we just need to type in is equal to, then this amount E3 multiplied by, that means asterisk, then we want to calculate 10% discount, so 10%. So what we are going to do is we are putting this amount and we are calculating 10% of this amount, that is in the cell E3. Then we can hit enter, and you can see that if we calculate 10% of this amount, that will be 50. Now we are going to do exactly the same thing for this amount. So is equal to this one multiplied by 10%. Hit enter, and as you can see 10% of this amount is 37.5. Then for this one is equal to this amount multiplied by 10%. Hit enter, and as you can see 10% of this amount is 80, and we want to find out 10% of each of these amounts. So we just need to select this cell, then we can drag this corner like this, and it will automatically calculate all these discounts that we need to calculate. And if we don't want to calculate it like this, we can just double click here and it will automatically populate or calculate discounts for these amounts. Okay, now we have calculated our amount, our discount. Now what we need to do is we need to calculate our net amount. So we are going to type in is equal to, and to calculate net amount we need to subtract this discount from this amount. So this amount minus this discount, hit enter, is equal to this amount minus this discount, hit enter. As you can see, if we subtract this discount from this amount, we will get 450 rupees. If we subtract this discount from this amount, we will get 337.5. Similarly, we want to calculate net amount for all these amounts. So we just need to select this cell, then we can just bring our mouse pointer over this corner, and when it turns into a solid black plus, we can drag it and leave it here. If you neither want to drag it nor you want to double click it, you can just select this cell and you can press Ctrl and C, then Shift and down arrow key and select these cells, and then hit enter, and it will also calculate all these net amounts for these amounts and discount. Now this was very simple, but let's say company decided that it wants to give a 15% discount if and only if the amount is greater than 1000, and if the amount is greater than only 500, then it wants to give its customer only 10% discount. So 500 and 10%, and if the amount is greater than or equal to 200, in that case company wants to give its customers only 5% discount, only 5% discount like this. And if the amount is less than 200, in that case company don't want to give any discount to its customers, so 0%. So if we want to calculate these discounts, first of all we need to remove this data from here. So select this data with the help of your mouse button and then hit delete. Now this data is deleted from here. Now we need to calculate discount. In this case, if the percentage are different and the amounts are different, we need to use our nested if condition. So we are going to type in if open bracket, then we are going to put our logical test, that is if this cell, that is E3, is greater than or equal to 1000, in that case we want to calculate 15% discount. So E3 15% discount. If it is not so, let's first of all fix this issue. Capital E, comma. So what we are doing is we are calculating if E3 is greater than or equal to 1000, in that case we want to calculate discount 15%. If it is not so, we need to apply another if statement, not here but in here. So we are going to type in if another bracket, then if the amount is greater than or equal to 500, so we are going to type in E3 is greater than or equal to 500. In that case we need to calculate discount only 10%. So E3 multiplied by 10%. If the amount is less than 500, but greater than or equal to 200. In that case, we need to apply another if statement, bracket, then if E3 is greater than or equal to 200, in that case, we want to apply discount of 5%. So E3 multiplied by 5%. And if the amount is less than 200, then what we need to do is we need to calculate our discount 0%. So E3 multiplied by 0%. We need to close our brackets 3 times because we opened our brackets 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. Now I would like to explain this formula. First of all, we put an equal sign because every formula starts with an equal sign, and this equal sign tells Excel program that we are trying to put a formula. Then we typed in if, and if E3 is greater than or equal to 1000, then we want to calculate 15% of E3, which is amount, and if it is not so, means our amount is neither greater than nor equal to 1000, that means it will be less than 1000. In that case, we put another if statement and we typed in if E3 is greater than or equal to 500. In that case, we need to calculate 10% of this amount, that is this one. Then if it is not so, if our amount is less than 500, in that case, we put another if statement, that is this one. If E3 is greater than or equal to 200, in that case, we need to calculate 5% of this E3, that is this one. So if the amount is greater than or equal to 200, we want to calculate 5% discount. And the last one, we don't need to put another if statement. Then here our last value, this is a default and this is a false value. If neither of these statements is true, means our amount is less than 200, we need to calculate 0% discount as we have over here. If the amount is less than 200, in that case we want to calculate 0% discount. So we don't need to put another if statement here because that is a default value. Now if we hit enter, you will see that the discount is 50. Why? Because the amount is 500, and if the amount is 500 or greater than 500, in that case we need to calculate 10% discount. Then we want to calculate discount for all these amounts. So just select this cell, then drag it like this. Now you can see these are all discounts, but their rates are different. As you can see, this amount is less than 500. That means it is greater than or equal to 200. So here the discount is 5% of this amount. Then this amount is greater than 500. So it will come in this category, greater than or equal to 500. And in that case, discount rate is 10%. So we calculated 10% of this amount and the discount is rupee 80. Then here, this amount is greater than or equal to 1000. So the discount rate will be this one, 15%. And if we calculate 15% of this amount, the discount will be rupee 270. Similarly, this amount is also greater than 1000. So the discount rate is 15%, and 15% of this amount is 240. This amount is not greater than 1000, but it is equal to 1000. Okay. So here the discount percent will also be 15%, and 15% of this amount will be 150. Similarly, this amount is equal to 500. So the discount rate will be 10%, and 10% of this amount is 50, as you can see over here and here. Okay. Now this amount is greater than 200. So the discount rate will be 5%, and 5% of this amount is this one, 12.5. Similarly, this amount is less than 200. In that case, our discount rate will be 0%. So the discount is 0 here. This amount is greater than 1000, discount rate 15%. So the discount will be rupee 210. Now that we have calculated our amount over here, our discount over here, we just need to calculate our net amount. And how we are going to do that? We just need to type in is equal to amount minus discount. Hit enter. Again, let's do it again. Is equal to amount minus discount. Hit enter. And we want to do the same thing for all these discounts and amounts. So just select one cell, come over here and drag this corner and leave it. And you can see these are net amounts for all these amounts and discount. And this is how we can calculate different rates and different amounts. And this is called a nested if condition. As you can see, there are too many if statements, and that is why this if condition is called nested if condition or nested if statement. So this tutorial concludes here. I hope it was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.